Man, if you guys want me to really blow your mind, how about this one? Try this one on for size. Did you hear where the United States of America, our Secretary of Commerce announced that the United States of America had bought in on 10% of a privately owned company, Intel? The United States of America, the government of the United States of America now owns 10% of Intel, which is, last I checked, a chip manufacturing facility. This is not American. And this is not good. This is not a good road to go down. I will explain it to you, a.k.a. Feed You Baby Birds, coming up in mere moments on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I promise to get to as many of your calls as I possibly could. Hello, it is the 6 o'clock hour, the Matt Murphy Show. Jackson Williams is behind the glass, making sure that everything that comes out of our speakers sounds as good as humanly possible. Behind him is Ken Weaver. He delivers the headlines a couple of times an hour and when news breaks. We expect our CBC will be along in just a moment, right?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Has a couple of pressing issues.
No, I get that. Our CBC stands for
Cracker Barrel correspondent.
Correct. Cracker Barrel correspondent.
We could just call him.
That has worked. What could we call him? Are you being quiet now?
A whistleblower?
Oh yeah, Oh, that's right. He's our CBW. You know what? I failed. I forgot that we were going to call him that.
Murphy was wrong.
Murphy was
that's
wrong.
Twice
today. Do you have a whistleblower theme for him?
Not yet, but
you're working on it. All right.
We'll see if he makes it here.
Yeah, we'll see. One way or the other, we wanted to see the inside skinny on the Cracker Barrel situation, and we learned that we have a whistleblower that spent, 6-7 years at the organization?
A long time Cracker Barrel employee.
There you go.
I believe he won Employee of the Month a couple times.
Good for him.
Not after this interview.
How many stars did he have on his apron? That's question one.
He was a chef.
So no apron, no stars?
No stars.
Okay. 7558 says onion rings and honey mustard. Big fan of honey mustard too, by the way. So big fan of that. Just not a fan of ketchup. All right. I promised that I would get to a couple of you, and then we'll get to our CBW.
Oh, our CBW is here.
Yeah, I see him in there. Roger, you have held for way too long. God bless you. The floor is yours, sir. What's on your mind?
Okay, I just wanted to just touch back on what I think it was Brian said about people that burn the flag should lose their citizenship.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, you just got real quiet. Anyway, I don't know. I think in other countries, if you did such a thing, you might be tried as a traitor. I mean, I know we have freedom. We want to protect our freedoms. But, if you get a speeding ticket from a cop and the following day you see the same cop and you flip him the bird because you're trying to express your First Amendment right to whatever, that cop, if he feels like it, he's going to pull you over and find something to write you up for because you're being disrespectful. And I don't think that this analogy falls far from what's going on with the flag. I'm not saying that people need to be hung for this thing, but, if you don't like the country, like a friend of mine told me years ago, life's too long to go through it working a job you hate. You hate your job, find another one. If you hate your country, find another one. And just real quickly on Cracker Barrel, I'm 63 years old, and I'm part of the boomer generation. I love the old Cracker Barrel. I'll go with my feet. I'll go to IHOP. I'll go to other places because you know what? If we don't make them feel the pain, they'll not change anything. They'll just say, "Oh, we're doing the right thing," and the fact that we're making money proves it. The only way to make a corporation feel pain is in the wallet.
That's right.
I think that if we got a bunch of people who have the solidarity, we would,
Well, but do you think Bud Light learned a lesson?
I really don't care about Bud Light. I really don't. This is a different issue.
Well,
I mean, you can't. It's not.
But Roger, well, hold on. Just work with me here. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Is that?
Yes.
I mean, I'm just asking it's a similar type issue. Bud Light did not demonstrate that they know who their audience is. They don't understand who their customer base is. Obviously, if they engaged in the type of public relations campaign that they engaged in. Similarly, I think Cracker Barrel's lost sight, at least the upper echelons of the corporate structure. They've lost sight of who their customer base is. And they're trying to attract a customer base that I don't think they have an ability to attract.
Agreed. 100%.
So, I mean, that was my only point in the comparison.
Yeah. And I'll say this. Bud Light, you're referring to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now you comparing the choices made by beer drinkers to the choices made by fathers of families, I don't think they're in the same universe. People are going to drink beer and they don't really care who's on the can or what kind of DEI the company that manufactures their beer embraces. They really don't care. I like my beer and I'm going to drink my beer. That's the
well, Roger, Bud Light, I would say Anheuser-Busch lost billions of dollars during the pushback in the aftermath of that disaster.
Okay, now you remember when they had a couple of knuckleheads in Texas who showed up with long arms in a restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
They had their 15 seconds of fame on YouTube and they got arrested. Papa John's had a knee-jerk reaction. They put no guns allowed on all of their Papa John's pizza stores. It cost them it wasn't a lot. It was like $75 million in revenue loss. But you know what? The following year, those stickers came off the door because they figured it out. They were able to do the math and say, you know what? If somebody wants to commit a crime, those stickers aren't going to stop them.
I believe that for the most part on Cracker Barrel, had they engaged in interior design enhancement, right? So if they had done these interior changes and not changed the logo, I don't think anybody would have noticed. I don't think anybody would have said anything. I think people would have I'm just being real. I think people would have accepted that as just – they're updating the restaurants. They're brightening the restaurants. They're putting, stuff from the 60s in there as opposed from the 30s. It makes sense. But the logo change was a slap in the face of the customer base, I think.
Absolutely. And I'll say one more thing on the Cracker Barrel. It was my dad's favorite restaurant. He's got dementia. He's in assisted living. He doesn't even know who I am at this point. But he was still had a sharp mind. We would go. That was his favorite restaurant. And when he visited me, or I visited him because he lived in the middle of the States, we would always go to Cracker Barrel. So when I go to Cracker Barrel with my wife or my kids, I imagine my dad's there at the table with us. Maybe that makes me insane, but I have so many fond memories of my dad who was raised on a farm by a farmer. He was raised on a farm in Wisconsin. So, when he would point at these tools and stuff on the wall and say, "Oh yeah, you know what that is?" And I'm like, "I have no idea." He goes, "Okay, that's a part. You should put this part on a tractor, and it allows you to attach this attachment." I'm like, "That's mind blowing that you know that, Dad." They're taking this stuff down that was meaningful to me. And you know what? I'm going to spend a lot more money at Cracker Barrel than your Gen Zs are ever going to spend.
Well, yeah, I don't know that you're gaining a lot of equity with the younger generations. Roger, thank you for the call. You held a long time, and I appreciate you. One more, and then we'll get to our CBW. I'm punishing him for being late. No, not really. Not really. I'm trying to reward those that have held for a long, long time, like Danny, who wants to express his thoughts on the American flag and the idea of making flag burning a criminal offense. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Matt. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today, sir.
Of course.
When I think about this issue, I think of a few different things, and I'll try and take it point by point so I don't get my thoughts jumbled up here. But this very afternoon on X, I saw a story break where somebody in maybe Oklahoma or Kansas, don't quote me on that, was receiving jail time for the hate crime of burning an LGBT QIA alphabet soup flag.
Wait, where?
I want to say it was in Kansas or somewhere. It was somewhere in the center part of the country. I apologize for not remembering it, but I remember very, very, very vividly 4 or 5 very prominent MAGA accounts on the Twitter X machine lamenting how insane this was. This is un-American to be doing this, while at the same time, clapping their hands for President Trump making it a jailable offense for burning the American flag. And in no way am I conflating the meaning behind the American flag and the LGBT flag, but I think that it's very important to keep in mind that we cannot allow the government to start drawing arbitrary lines between what is and is not appropriate in the way that we express our opinions and our freedoms and our grievances towards the government. Freedom of expression should be an absolute thing as long as you're not causing physical harm to another human being or infringing upon their rights. And I think that it is very un-American to argue that it should be a crime to express a political stance. And if burning a flag is something that you feel like you need to do, I disagree with it, but it's not my place to say that you don't have the right to do that. Expressing yourself is, I think, a paramount aspect of the most basic rights in America. And
the freedom to protest, the freedom to disagree, and the freedom to express that disagreement. I mean, once again, we're talking about private. We're not talking about stealing someone else's property. We're talking about your property. And the one story that I could find while you were talking about that was out of Atlanta, and it's from a couple of months ago, where four individuals were charged with, or could be, it said, charged with hate crimes for destroying pride flags in Atlanta, which is absurd. It's stupid. I think that's stupid. Obviously, I mean, I disagree with hate crimes. That's kind of another subject for another day. I disagree with segmenting certain crimes and elevating the punishment for those crimes based on the thought processes behind the individuals committing it. Danny, great call. Got to run. I'm going to go to a break. And when we come back, we've got our big-time CBW. That would be our Cracker Barrel whistleblower. He's in place. He's in studio. I don't know. Are we going to try to alter his voice in some way, Jackson? I mean, is that something that – I mean, is he going to do that on his own, or is that up to us?
He speaks for the brand and the company.
Right.
And he's ready to go.
So he's ready to go without facial alteration or vocal alteration whatsoever.
Just going to let it all hang out there.
He's not afraid. This is heroism in our midst, ladies and gentlemen. Our CBW coming up next on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. All right, no, I'm asking. Oh, we're going there. We're going all of those places. So many people have so many questions for our own CBW, our Cracker Barrel whistleblower. So technically, I think you would be the. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and rename you. You're the CBWB. That would make more sense. The Cracker Barrel whistleblower. Because it kind of rolls off the tongue a little better. The CBW.
Is whistleblower 2 words?
I don't know. Don't know. Don't care.
Producer, look that up.
You're the
Oh, let's not do that.
Sorry, I'm never going to get this chance. I'm never getting this chance. I'm sorry, Jackson.
So Zeph is our man. He worked at Cracker Barrel for what, 6 years, you said?
8 years.
8 years. And so we're kind of getting the lowdown. Did you notice a change when the new CEO took over?
Yes, because everything got way more complicated from an employee standpoint.
Have you ever met the new, I don't even remember what her name is.
Her name's Julie.
Uh-huh. Have you met her?
I did. So soon after she got hired, she came and actually toured our store.
Yeah. She brings some tacos with her?
No, she did not.
From Taco Bell?
I wish.
Yeah.
That would have made the
7-layer?
That would have made it much more enjoyable to have her in our store for an entire shift.
Here's a few 7-layer burritos. Yeah. So she was there for the entire shift?
She was in for an entire morning shift.
That's action-packed.
No, it was like a Tuesday.
But still, you hate that, don't you? If you're just a worker like that, because everybody's on level 18, they're stressed.
Yes, and you have to follow the rules to a T.
Right.
Like to a T. And I'm gonna tell you, if you ever worked in a restaurant, no rules ever get followed to a T. Like the general health stuff, yes.
Yeah, sure.
But there are some shortcuts. I took a lot of those.
100%.
He wouldn't wash his hands.
No, I wash my hands. That's kind of one of the big things.
Look, I got to get back to the damn grill, man. I can't be wasting time washing the hands after I go to the bathroom. I got to go cook your omelets at the Waffle House.
No omelets at Cracker Barrel anymore. They took those out a while ago.
Why? Did they really?
Yeah. Oh, you're just now knowing this?
Look, I've been to Cracker Barrel, man. The only I'm on record is I'm a Waffle House guy. I managed a Waffle House.
Oh.
I worked at Waffle House for years in college.
So we're kind of like rivals.
We're kind of like brothers in arms on one hand and rivals on the other kind of thing.
I got you.
But it's because we've been through the battles together. It's probably the same type of battles. But yeah, I can't believe that they didn't do omelets or they don't do omelets anymore. How can you not do omelets?
Too complicated. You do realize how many eggs they go through?
Look at the quality of cook they were employing.
I'm not going to lie.
We don't have cooks at Waffle House, by the way. Grill operators. Thank you. Cooks put things in ovens. We don't do that. And that's true. That's Waffle House University 101 right there, baby.
So in Cracker Barrel, there are grill cooks, and there are backup cooks, and there are prep cooks. There are 3 different kind of cooks.
Did you ever get to the grill?
Yes.
Okay.
I managed the grill on Sunday mornings. The worst time to manage the grill. It is insanely stressful. Anyways, CEO, Taco Bell lady, we'll call her Julie. I think that's her actual name. She comes in and she doesn't. The problem with having a CEO that hasn't been with the company is she doesn't know the procedures. So she's sitting here and she's literally, she's got to learn. I don't know, this is not necessarily her fault. I think this is for the people that hired her. But she doesn't know anything that's going on. She doesn't know the procedure of operation. She's never worked in a Cracker Barrel.
So I suggested last week when all of this went down that one of the biggest problems when things like this happen to a company is not necessarily quote unquote woke or DEI, is that they're hiring people that have no idea the culture of the place that they are now in operation of.
100% agree with that.
And I suggested that I was willing to bet that whatever her name is, I forget, it's Julie something or another.
Julie something.
I was willing to bet money that if we could get to the truth, I think she'd lie about it, that she had never eaten at a Cracker Barrel before she became CEO of the Cracker Barrel. Did you get the feeling that this woman was a Cracker Barrel enthusiast?
No, not at all.
Yeah. I
didn't. I could definitely tell she had never been in the back of the kitchen of Cracker Barrel. I don't even know if she'd ever been in the back of a kitchen, to be honest. She might have as like
walking through a Taco Bell or whatever.
Like walking through as in like, oh, I am a higher up. I'm an HQ person. I'm a corporate person, but I'm not a day-to-day employee.
This happens in
it's a big issue.
Let me tell you something. It almost broke the radio industry. I'll be fully transparent. They hired non-radio people to govern the radio industry, and it almost broke us.
It's a problem.
Right? Because you don't understand the culture of the people that you're trying to manage on the ground level, which is what you're talking about.
I 100% agree. As an employee that worked that worked there, I never felt like the stuff that came from corporate ever matched up with how things actually run. It's always their perfect ideal world. Well, guess what? Everyday life is not a perfect ideal world, especially not in a kitchen. Especially not in a kitchen with that kind of product and that kind of image that Cracker Barrel is. Cracker Barrel's got one major clientele, and it is the older folk who enjoy
old school Southern folk.
Like Matt Murphy.
Exactly. Except he's never been there. Except
I've
like
been
6
there
times.
maybe less. I think it's less than 10 times.
You'll go when you're older.
I'm older.
It's going to hit you like
and now they're too woke for me. I mean, so did you experience anything? I mean, we talk about, I think people gravitate toward woke. I mean, I think that means a lot of things, but from a employee standpoint, did you experience anything that you would say, well, this is kind of a diversity and equity kind of stuff? I mean, did you see that on your level?
No, not really. Not that I can think of. I will say that their quality of managers that they hire to like actually manage the stores. I'm not talking corporate. I'm talking people that the people that run the stores.
Like a general manager of the store.
In my 8 years, the quality of manager significantly decreased.
What is Cracker Barrel? Open 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.?
7. It's 7 to 10 Monday through Friday, or Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday open till 11.
I got to get that late night crowd in, I guess.
Who's going to Cracker Barrel at like 10:30?
Because we want to keep the party going, get liquored up.
Really, really annoying people, because at 10:30 you're closing down the grill and you're like, man, there hasn't been a person walking through it. Someone walks in at 10:45 and you're like, why?
By the way, as a general rule, just as a life rule, if you want to be a civilized human being in a society that likes you, as someone that managed restaurants and was a part of customer service, Zeph, tell me if I'm wrong, walk up to the door, and if it is within 20 minutes of the store closing, turn around and go somewhere else.
Go to Waffle House.
I'm not even going to the restaurant I'm not even thinking about it. Oh, like they close in 20 minutes. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that to the staff. You're not going to get good food.
No, you're not.
You're not going to get good food.
No.
You're not going to get good service.
The food that you get is on the way to the trash can.
I mean, 100%. 100%. So what else can you our CBWB, what else can you tell us?
Well, what do you want to know?
I want to know what would you do? I mean, do you think this logo change is the problem?
I think it's a problem. I mean, why are you taking all personality out of your store? That is what is keeping you afloat, is the personality. Cracker Barrel is a nostalgic place. The logo, Uncle Herschel on the logo.
Did they teach you about Uncle Herschel when you were there? Did you was it a part of your training?
A little bit. I mean, his name's all over the place, so you kind of have to know who he is.
Because he's like the uncle of the founder, right?
Yeah, Uncle Herschel. But I mean, that is what Cracker Barrel is.
What would you do to fix it? If I said, Zeph, you got the keys to the kingdom. You understand it. You worked there for 8 years. I mean, heck, you cooked in the place. For goodness sake, fix this thing. What would you do?
Well, first, I would keep what people like about Cracker Barrel is the nostalgia. You don't need a modernized Cracker Barrel. That is the whole point of Cracker Barrel, and it is not modern. You walk in and you feel, like you said earlier, like you're in the 1930s.
Right.
You feel like you just walked into your grandparents' garage and they're inviting you over for dinner.
Okay.
That is what makes Cracker Barrel Cracker Barrel. Second off, stop complicating the menu.
Mm-hmm.
You can add a special here and there. I get that. But in my last few months working there, it was actually in February. I just gotten back from the Super Bowl in Louisiana. I was there with the HL.
Humble brag.
Mm-hmm. And I get to Cracker Barrel, and they had added a whole new set of menu items. Louisiana.
You're sliding back in from the SB.
Yeah. Louisiana Cajun style food. Shrimp. I'm not eating shrimp at Cracker Barrel. The fried shrimp, okay. I'm not eating grilled shrimp at Cracker Barrel.
Right.
No.
We're in the middle of Tennessee. Where are you getting the shrimp from?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
It's a good point. But
that's why I don't understand why we sell saltwater taffy in Chattanooga either. But whatever.
There's no point. Why are you trying to overcomplicate the menu like that? People who come there come for two things. Actually, I'll give them. They come for three things. Number one, like I said earlier, the nostalgia.
Sure.
They want the rocking chairs. They want the stuff on the wall to look at. They want the pegboard game. They want the nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Two is the Southern comfort food. It is the chicken and dumplings, the chicken fried steak, that kind of stuff.
You know, our buddy Dusty Slay Jackson told the joke. It's so good. Is that at Cracker Barrel, chicken and dumplings. That's a menu item, and it's also the dumplings is also a side. So you can get chicken and dumplings
with dumplings. Actually, the dumplings, funny enough, dumplings comes with two sides or three sides. So technically, you can get chicken and dumplings with dumplings and dumplings, or dumplings and dumplings.
I like this guy. I think I like Zeph better than you.
Okay.
Anyway, so nostalgia, comfort food. Was there a third one?
The store.
Yeah. And
the Cracker Barrel store.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember going to a Cracker Barrel when you're traveling. That is where Cracker Barrel hits, when you're traveling.
100%.
When you're on a road trip.
Or when you can use Joseph's employee discount.
That I don't have anymore.
Yeah.
What'd you get? 20%?
30.
Really?
Yeah, it was really
from the store.
When we were in college,
from everything.
When we were in college, a Cracker Barrel breakfast, I'd always take old boy.
So actually, that changed.
Maybe that's why they're failing, Jackson. Is because you're eating on a man's discount.
I may or may not have eaten for free more than I should have. Maybe I'm the reason that Cracker Barrel.
You would get free food during a shift, right?
No, 50% off during the shift.
See, Waffle House,
even though I never followed that.
Waffle House did free. Anything was free except pork chop, chicken, or steak. So anything else you wanted to eat. So if you wanted a hamburger, pork chop, chicken, or steak, it was like food cost. You only had to pay like $1.
Oh, if I wanted something, I'd make it. I wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
I wouldn't pay for it, even though I was supposed to.
No, or you would make it and say it was screwed up. That was a bad order. I'm going to set that aside.
See, I can tell you've worked in the kitchen.
100%.
See, CEO of Cracker Barrel, Julie, needs to figure out how we think. Because maybe they should, maybe they can find a way not to have their stock tank $250 million.
No joke. 12% on Friday alone, and more today. And they came out with a lovely statement that basically said, we're not changing anything that we're doing. Just please don't hate us so much.
Wrong. You've been changing for the last 5 years.
So do you think alcohol is a problem? Do you think they should stop with the alcohol experiment?
I honestly don't think they make... I can't see how they make a lot of money on the alcohol. At least from the store that I was in. Especially if you're going to cap it. First off, if you're going to cap it...
Well, and why would... I don't understand why would you need... do you feel the need to put a verbal cap on it, right? Or a company rule cap on it? Like, are people going into? You don't have televisions. It's not like people are hanging out watching the game.
Well, that's what I think is going. They're trending towards.
They're trying to do old country sports bar. Is what they're trying to do.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it looks like on the walls. That's what I mean. TVs are coming.
The booths in the new remodel. The booths are the worst thing.
They have booths?
You haven't seen, in some of the pictures and videos of the remodel, they put booths in. What Cracker Barrel have you ever been in? You're like, yeah, I want to sit in a booth. No, I want to sit in the uncomfortable wooden chair the uncomfortable wooden table with the uncomfortable wooden peg game that's calling me stupid. Oh, they also changed the peg game. It no longer calls you dumb on there.
It doesn't call you an ignoramus?
No longer. It just says, oh, try again. It just says, man, try again. No, it doesn't call you dumb anymore.
Our Cracker Barrel whistleblower, our CBWB, has made me hate Cracker Barrel even more than I did at the beginning of this segment. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But you would get back to nostalgia. Don't change the logo. Make the food simple and Southern comfort again.
Yeah, don't be too complicated. Trust me, your cooks don't want to cook the complicated stuff.
100%.
And people don't want to eat the complicated stuff.
Yeah, it's comfort food and nostalgia. I would agree with you. All right, we've got to go. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you for demonstrating to me yet again that our future generation has some hope. Jackson's here too. It's 52 after the hour on Super Talk. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, don't forget, I am one of the co-moderators of the Congressional District Number 7 debate that is happening at the Cabaret September 5th. I will be doing this show live from the Cabaret. Jackson, I believe, unless you are otherwise occupied, I believe I might have you a one-way ticket out to the Cabaret so you can produce from on site.
Oh, I get to go with you?
I think we have that nailed down, yeah.
Let's go.
Would that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? So Jackson, myself, Ken Weaver if he wants, but I will be doing the 3 to 7 show. Might be making myself scarce at 6 o'clock so I can prep for the debate. And then we are airing the debate live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN from 7 until 9 o'clock. So maybe you don't get to go because they're going to need somebody to do that. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know this. We will announce the participants in the debate tomorrow on our show. Michael Lotfi with the Americans for Prosperity Organization, co-sponsoring the debate along with Super Talk 99.7 WTN. He will be along tomorrow afternoon to tell us who amongst the polling will be involved and who else can be involved and how. We'll discuss tomorrow on the show.